Hi peeps. So I wanted to go over this Shadowscapes deck that I got, and do a little unboxing and a walkthrough. I have literally just taken the plastic off. I pretty much got it for the artwork, and I wanted to. There's one thing I wanted to compare to another deck, but. So, first of all, it's got a pretty decent box. It's not like a box for like playing cards where it just is like flimsy. It's kind of a good box. Second, it's got a pitiful little book. Just to, I've got a couple of my decks right here, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here is my Greenwich book and the Shadowscapes book. Here is also my Line Strider book and the Shadowscapes book. This is a pitiful book. Pitiful. Which I'm just, learning, and I know a lot of decks are meant to be used intuitively, but I like reading. These literally have a paragraph, and that's it. Which I've heard it's based on the Rider-Waite deck, so I don't have that deck. Excuse me. I don't have that deck, so but I do have a book kind of based on it, so there's a book right there. I did want to compare it to just a size-wise. It's the same. The cards are the same size as the Greenwich. The Greenwich, these are, as you can see, these are very glossy. The laminate is not too thick. The edges are not gilded on this one. The only gold edges I have is my gilded tarot. But so these are pretty thick and durable. These are so thin. These are thinner than actual playing cards. It looks very glossy, but honestly, I feel like if I snagged a fingernail, I could rip it. It does not feel like good quality. Which, I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it was not expensive. So, my thing was, I'd be willing to pay maybe $3 or $4, up to $5, $6 more for, number one, a better book, and number two, a better quality cardstock, because this is just, I feel like if I could fold this in half and the crease would stay. And I feel like I would not be able to fold this in half easily. So these, you want to be very gentle with them. This is not an everyday durable deck. This is a, I guess for a collector, this is, what I might do actually is frame some of these as just artwork, because I don't see me using this deck. Which is a shame, because it's really beautiful. That's the back. And as you can see, this starts with 0. So I have not shuffled these at all. And I'm just going to one by one show you some of the artwork real quick. Look at this hairball off my wrist. And like I said, these are incredibly beautiful. And that's another thing. They all kind of look lavender and very similar in color, which just to compare it again to the Green Witch, I like these very, I really like this deck a lot because it's easy to read people's expressions. It's easy to read the situation. This is extremely whimsical. And I mean, I think it's pretty and everything, but I'm extremely disappointed in this deck. I'm just going to quickly show you some. If you see any smoke, it's not these cards catching on fire. I have some sage going. I don't know. Maybe I could have spent my money on something a little better. But, yeah, you know, and I might, like I said, I might frame these, or prep them up on here and use them in spells. Well, you know, this is not an everyday, deck. I do like this one. I mean, that's cool. I like this. The chariot is unicorns. And if whimsical is not your thing, don't get this deck. I mean, I love those turtles. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Like I said, if whimsical is not your thing, and it's a very pastel-based, watercolor type, type deck. Like, I love her. Look at her. Oh, she's cool. And instead of death, I love that phoenix right there. But, you know, look, I mean, they all kind of look the same. So, Temperance is probably one of my favorite cards of all times. I just love her. I don't know why. And this one, the devil in this one is not, some devils in some decks are extremely scary. And that's why a lot of people get scared of certain readings. Like, I love this. That reminds me of something out of, like, Lord of the Rings with the, you know, at the end of Return of the King. The star is one of my favorite, it's one of my favorite readings, too. I mean, one of my favorite cards, too. I love this one. Oh, why do I love this one so much? They're so cute. If I can figure out how to add music, I might add some music to this. Just so y'all don't have to listen to me talk. This looks like some type of gazelle or some type of Serengeti type. These do have a lot of animals, which I like. I like animals in my decks. Yeah, they're all pretty lavender and yellow. So I guess maybe you need to look deeper. Instead of like this one, I would glance in and and say you're like meeting opposition, or, you know, so you might have to take your time. I like her. She's pretty cool. And then, so I've noticed the wands have a lot of wood in them. And then here, the cups, it changed colors a little bit. To blues and greens. These seem to be some kind of wood, some kind of water nymph and wood nymph. So, like mermaids. We'll see with the other ones if it changes colors. I love this one. Oh, that reminds me of Alice in Wonderland having a tea party. I love that. Yeah, if mythical and mystical and whimsical is not your thing, I wouldn't even bother. But whimsical is my thing. I mean, look at her. She's pretty cool. Oh, this reminds me of Neverending Story. Atreyu. I like these turtles. Yeah, it looks like in swords it changes colors. So, I mean, these are just my observations. Yeah, I love that one. One thing I've already noticed is that the swords have a lot of birds. And swords do represent air. Look at that poor swan. And this card does mean betrayal. You feel betrayed, but you also play victim. So like the other one was kind of blue. This one is more I guess sunset or dusk themed. Yeah. So the 8, I think either the 8 means you have a lot of nightmares, and so like he looks like he's been caught in this thicket of thorns, and this hummingbird's trying to show him his way. But he's also found his brother and that are dead. Or maybe this one represents nightmares. I don't exactly remember. The little baby duck. And we're getting ready to move on to Pentacles here. And Pentacles seem to be green. So that's cool. And the Pentacles do seem to be more earthly. So, and that is what a pentacle represents, as earth. It's cute. like this one for some reason. And I do have another deck that I got as well. That is an Oracle deck. So I got the, I've got it right here. I got the Messenger Oracle too. So I might, once I upload this, I might do that. So, alright. Blessed be everyone. Bye.